Right now, we're taking a look at the screen. Again, we have the President, First Lady, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and we're seeing a flyover happen.
With that, we will see corresponding uniforms on the ground, in addition to other sorts of artillery that was also used during the Vietnam War as well. This is certainly a history lesson for so many of us who weren't around at that time, who was around at that time, to really sort of take this all in to see how the military, the U.S. Army in particular, has developed over the years.
What kind of helicopters are these Chinooks? Are these, can you identify potentially what those are?
This is very common to see flying over the mall in D.C. Those are UH-1s. Those are called the Hueys. In trail are two AH-1, they're the H-1 Cobras. And so they were fielded in Vietnam. And so there's a close ground support, very lethal, very slick. So those all have been replaced by the Apaches and others. But that was in World War II when we went, first CAV went from being kind of ground mobile to air mobile. And you've heard of the Yadrang Valley with Hal Moore. Mel Gibson played that role very well. Soldiers Once and Young. That was new technology. There's the Loach, which is a light observation helicopter. And speaking of the first CAV, there it is.
All right.
So they were a precursor to training a lot of this and working the techniques of air mobility in Vietnam.
General Thompson, you've seen a lot of the movies that have been on Netflix and wherever else that sort of depict the U.S. Army. I want to kind of get your assessment. Are they spot on or maybe a little exaggerated in some cases?
It really depends.
Okay.
It depends on the movie, obviously. Soldiers Once and Young was very important because it talked about the family aspect of this, the sacrifices that are made, having to do a notification of next of kin, which I have had to do. And that's not a pleasant thing to do. With a father asking you, was my son's death worth it? Having to answer that question. And so, yeah, some of them are realistic, others are not. They have military advisors that advise them in their uniforms and how to act. But again, a lot of it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the difference. We're seeing the President's salute, again, as troops are walking by. We're likely into the Gulf War portion of the parade here. Some of the helicopters we were seeing, you had identified, I'm thinking about the Black Hawks that we've seen. What is a key difference between some of those?
Yeah, so the UH-60 Black Hawk's been around for a while. It's one of the top 5 weapon systems we had in the air-land battle doctrine. And so it's an important one. So it is utility. So it carries soldiers, and it can carry up a rifle squad. It can carry a lot of equipment, and it can also sling load.
And this is Gulf War, you think, that we're looking at with
this right
uniforms?
now looks like the Vietnam.
Oh, still Vietnam. Okay.
Yep, because you're looking at that 1st CAV division, which also served in Vietnam. Most of the divisions you see now in this parade are storied divisions. Some of them trace their history back to World War I, World War II. So all the conflicts we've been involved with, they've participated in one shape, form, or fashion.
Let's